A Livingston woman with more than 100 cats in her home, the source of controversy with her neighbors and the city. When neighbors complained of odors, property damage, and a number of roaming cats in their neighborhood, officials went to investigate. As MTN's Cody Boyer reports now, no one expected what they found. And a quick word of caution, some of the pictures in this story are disturbing.
Any situation that is a hoarding situation is complicated.
Livingston City Manager Michael Cardew says this situation got worse with time.
We've worked over several months with the individual involved. We've tried to do that from a perspective of respecting both the person and the animals involved.
A Facebook post from the Stafford Animal Shelter, shared hundreds of times and gathering thousands in donations to help, quickly went viral. Staff members there say between 50 and 100 cats were reported to be inside the woman's home.
As far as cats are concerned, you can have 2 unaltered cats or you can have up to 6 spayed or neutered cats. So that's the requirement, and they need to be licensed.
Staff members say the cats were sick, malnourished, suffering from deformities, neglected. When staff asked her if they could help by seizing the cats, she refused.
We don't want to make this a solution that the individual isn't on board with, because that just leads to a repeat of the problem.
Being careful to respect her no trespassing signs, I had to visit the woman myself for her side, and she answered. Hi, how are ya?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Good. My name is Cody. I'm from KBZK. She did not want to go on camera, but she did tell me that she did love her cats and just wanted to help. She also says she wants to comply with a future solution.
Within a couple of weeks, I think everybody involved will be in compliance and agree that we're on the appropriate path.
To date, the no-kill shelter has taken in more than 60 cats from her home. 26 of them had to be euthanized or die due to their conditions. The few that were healthy have found homes or are still waiting to find one. Overall, the shelter spent more than $60,000 to help the cats and expect that number to rise.
If you notice a neighbor or a friend, please come to the city and we'll start the process of working with the individual, because we really do try to make this a long-term solution.
Thank you very much. Cody tells us the shelter has raised more than $7,000 in donations through that Facebook post that you saw in the story. And we're also told that the Livingston City Attorney has now entered into a deferred prosecution with the woman.